Hello all of my guys and dolls, this is the Vintage Doll here with another video to talk to you guys about the pinup and rockabilly lifestyle and culture. Now today's video is going to talk about something that I get messaged quite a bit on my page and through email from you guys. Most of it's from the women or the young girls on my page, some from the fellas, but it's mostly the girls that come to me for help. I don't know if you guys are nervous to ask for help or if you guys just got it down and you don't need any help, and if that's the case, more power to you. But one of the questions that I get quite a bit is, Miss Doll, I am new to the lifestyle, or I am in a small town that doesn't understand the lifestyle and I am getting treated rudely by friends and family who want to know what the heck happened to me all of a sudden, or people in your town that think that you're just nuts because you all of a sudden are extremely different. Well, let me tell you that when I first discovered the pinup and rockabilly culture when I was 16, it was introduced to me by a group of people, and I absolutely fell in love with it. 100%. It was something I had never seen before, but it spoke to me like so deeply. I felt so comfortable with it, like it was something that I should have always known about, but most of you know I was homeschooled my entire life, so I wasn't exposed to too much. So when I first saw this, it was so different and so extreme from anything else that I had ever seen. I immediately started doing my research on it. Anything and everything that I could find about rockabilly and pinup, I read and absorbed like a sponge. I just wanted to know everything. And I did that for about 5 years. And it was something that really felt comfortable to me. I grew up, my grandma, who was born in 41, like most of you know who follow me, had a huge effect on my life. I spent a lot of my time with her growing up, and it was always the stories and the music. She would always sing to me while she was doing dishes, and whenever she would go to Costco, I would get excited because she would bring me home a new musical, a new Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers musical, or a John Wayne movie, or she would tell me stories about being a teenager in the 50s. So the rockabilly and pinup lifestyle felt normal to me. It felt like something that I should be a part of. It felt like me. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm home. So I had to get involved in it, but I can honestly say that it was a very hard transition for me. I didn't immediately adopt the style or get into the culture. I spent probably 5 years quietly learning about it. I didn't think that I could be involved. I didn't think that I could embrace the outward style. I didn't think that I could be involved in the culture. I didn't think, I doubted myself so much. And then when I first stepped into the culture, everybody that basically introduced me to it, there's really no nice way of putting this. They all turned on me. They all told me that I could never be a pinup. I could never be a part of the culture. I didn't know what I was doing. I was a fake, a phony. Who do you think you are? Blah, blah, blah. It was heartbreaking, to say the least, but I continued on doing what I wanted to do because it was so important to me. And in all fairness to them, they didn't hang around me very often, so they didn't really know how much I invested of myself into it. So I can understand why they would think I just all of a sudden I was a pinup all of a sudden, but I wasn't. I took the time and really appreciated and learned anything that I could about it. So, but then there was the family part of it. My family had known me as one way for so long, so for me to take a drastic outward change, my inside self has always been the same, but when you adopt the pinup or rockabilly outward image of it, of the lifestyle, it's a little shocking for people because it's a very different way to dress. It's a very different way to do your hair and your makeup. We stand out like sore thumbs. There's no getting around it. So you are going to get a lot of attention. Sometimes it's going to be negative. Most of the time when I go out, it's a very positive interaction with people when I'm out and about. They really like it and they seem to smile and want to take pictures or things like that, and that makes me happy because that means that what I'm doing, what's important to me, is bringing smiles to other people's faces, so that's great. But then there's also the, you see her? What is that? Oh my god, what is she doing? What's wrong with her hair? What is that? So there's always going to be the negative side of it. And I think that anybody who tears you down for doing it is only because they see that you're doing something that you like. They see that you're confident in it. They see that you have the guts to stand out and say, this is what's important to me. This is what I love. Yeah, it's different, but I don't care. I'm going to do it anyways. And they're going to at first knock you for it because maybe they don't have the courage to do that and you do. And I know a lot of times for us ladies, it's because women can sometimes get jealous that other women get more attention than them. And it's not that pinup girls are attention whores and we go out and we're like, pay attention to me, pay attention to me. We look different and it catches attention whether we want to or not. So it's not really our fault that that happens, it just does. So for you girls out there, I know that a lot of the younger girls, the teenagers that follow me, other teenage girls are going to give you a hard time for it because most of the time girls are not very nice. We all know this. So if they can't love you and support you in what you're doing, then they probably aren't gonna be important people in your life for very long, because true friends are going to support you and love you whether you wear red lipstick or clear lip gloss, whether you wear chapstick or nothing, whether you have a pixie cut or your hair's to the floor. They're not going to care what you look like or what your interests are. If you're happy and confident in who you are, your friends and your family are going to support you. And if they don't, then in my opinion, I think you should cut them loose. Tell them to kick rocks, go somewhere else. Don't let them rain on your parade. It's going to eventually die down and people are going to accept that you have made this change in your life. And I think that when they see how much confidence and how happy you are because you're embracing something that makes you happy, I think they'll probably come around. I know a lot of the people who cut me down in the beginning have come back to me and said, hey, you know, we're sorry we treated you kind of sucky, but that was wrong of us. And I am immediately, it's okay. I understand. It was totally cool. And we're very good friends now. So the people who are genuine will always come back and they'll apologize and they'll accept you for who you are. The people that aren't, you're not missing out. Let them go. They're not going to hold any weight in your life later. So, you know, when you make this transition, being in the pinup or rockabilly culture, because it's so different than anything mainstream today, you are going to get flack. You're going to get negative and positive flack. You just need to make sure that you don't let the negative comments rule your life. Take them with a grain of salt. Consider the source and let them go. As long as you're happy and healthy and doing something that you love, that's all that matters. It's your life. Roll with what you got. If you want to be a pinup or a rockabilly or a greaser, you want to be a clown, who cares? Do what makes you happy, because that's what's important. I'm a mother. I do what makes me the best woman that I can be for myself and for my boys. And if that's to be in the pinup culture, then I'm going to be a pinup mama, whether some ladies look down on me for it or not. I'm okay with that because I'm healthy, I'm happy, I know my boys are happy, I know that we're all doing great in life and that's what's important. So don't let people's negative comments on something stop you from doing what you love. It's plain and simple. There's always going to be a negative Nelly out there that's going to try and take what's important to you away. So let them go. It's not important really, is it? So if you guys like what you are watching on my channel, feel free to subscribe so you don't miss out on any new videos that I post. And if you want to learn more and daily about the pinup and rockabilly culture, as well as follow my own pinup journey and my pinup modeling stuff that I do, you can come to my Facebook page at facebook.com/theonlyvintagedoll, where you can also private message me any of your questions or comments on things or things that you need help with, because I'm always there to do my best. As your pinup fairy godmother, I vow to always be there to support you and give you as much confidence as I possibly can in your own pinup journey. So feel free to subscribe and share with any other ladies that you think could use a dose of pinup in their life. And until next time, you guys keep staying confident and keep traveling down that road of pinup success, because you will get there. There is light at the end of the tunnel. Bye, guys.